So if you've been living under a rock, Season 1 for Black Ops 7 released like I think about a week ago, and man, I'm just so tired of what these guys are doing now. They've completely destroyed this whole seasonal model. I absolutely hate looking at it. It is terrible. If you don't know what I mean, let's talk about it. So ever since Black Ops 4, I mean Modern Warfare 2019 started this, but Call of Duty completely shifted their post-launch type of content. Before like Modern Warfare 2019, it used to be you buy the game for $80. Once you bought the game, for the post-launch content, they'd actually call them DLCs, like DLC 1, DLC 2, DLC 3, give it a cool name like Eclipse, and it was kind of the same thing, but you had to unfortunately pay for it. So you had to pay like, I don't know, 10, 20 bucks to get DLC 1 and get all the content from there for multiplayer and zombies, and you could buy the whole season pass as well for like another 60 bucks. And yeah, I wasn't really a fan of this system, but there's a lot of positives for it. And ever since Modern Warfare 2018, they completely copied Fortnite, where you have Season 1, Season 2, they just call it seasons now. It's annoying. You load in the game, you get bombarded by Black Cell and whatever. Black Cell, I think they started in Modern Warfare 2, like the new one, and it's just like, man, it's so annoying. You get bombarded by 1,000 things. Play the Astra Malorum event. Like, it's so much for me, and I'm like, a hardcore Call of Duty player. Imagine the average Joe who just comes home to play Call of Duty, loads up the game, 1,000 pop-ups, and he's just gonna leave, man. He's probably gonna go play Battlefield. It's terrible. But man, this seasonal thing is getting into a problem. So the biggest thing I'm seeing right now with Season 1, now don't get me wrong, Season 1 for Black Ops 7 is really good. I think it's solid. You get pretty good stuff for all three game modes, but it has a big problem, and that's just that it just gets dry so fast. I don't even feel like Season 1 even released now that I've played it for a few days, because the main issue that I think no one's talking about is because there's a new game mode, which is Endgame. This could be something that's wrong because maybe they just got another studio to work on it, but I just feel like Endgame now is just ripping apart some of the content we could have gotten from multiplayer zombies. We could have gotten maybe a few more maps in multiplayer, maybe some more content in Astra Malorum, but now that there's a team working on Endgame and making post-launch content for that, resources are now going into there. And yes, on paper, you're still getting a lot of content in Season 1. It's just that most of the players just stick with one mode. Multiplayer guy mostly just plays multiplayer. He doesn't touch the other game modes. Even if they're good, he's never going to touch them. Same with the zombies guy, same with the Endgame guy. Even me, I'm someone who tries every mode. I play a lot of multiplayer and a lot of zombies, but like Endgame, I've touched here and there. I want to try it. I know I can tell it's good, and when I've played it, it was good. But again, those are my main things. I'm just not really going to play it. And because of that, I don't really get to experience that content. And I just feel like it's taking away from multiplayer and zombies. And that's a big thing. And if you examine Season 1, it's kind of a BS. They say it's the biggest season ever, but a lot of it is reused content for all the modes. Again, they market 2 new round-based maps for zombies. One of them was just Exit 115, copy and paste from Ashes of Dam. I love survival maps, but it is a copy and paste. And then multiplayer-wise, you have Standoff, which is a reused map, and then you have the Face-Off 2 maps or whatever. Like, I think the Fate is pretty good, but Odysseus is like such a cheap map. It's so small. They made it in 2 seconds probably. I just think it's terrible. It's a terrible map. They clearly made it super fast. And then you have Standoff again, which is remake. I said that already, but yeah. And then you have Utopia, which I think is a good solid map. But technically, you're getting 2 brand new maps for multiplayer for the entire season. I think, okay, there is more in Season 1 Reloaded, but until like January or something, you have literally 2 maps new to play on. And you have some weapons in here and there, but a lot of them are locked behind the battle pass, so you're not even going to play with them anyways. So you're basically getting just 2 maps for multiplayer. That's pretty much it. And their biggest season ever. And I know score streak, but let's be honest, it's not that big of a deal, okay? Like, maps are more important to score. Like, I think maps are like, okay, yeah, there's a new map, I'm playing it. Score streaks, I'm a camel grinder. I'm not even going to use them anyways. I'm just camel grinding. Cool. Zombies, yes, you get a new map, Astra Malorum, but once people finish the Easter egg, the content is very dry from a content creation standpoint. The problem right now with zombies is I do think that they're doing a really good job with Cursed. It gives a lot more for me, the casual player, to just, or hardcore player who doesn't really do content creation that much, to just go on, hop on, grind the relics, because I'm not even done the ones on Ashes of the Damned, and there's a lot of them too. There's a lot of content to do on there. But from a content creation standpoint, as I'm looking at other YouTubers, they play the Easter egg and they're gone. They're literally gone till the next map releases. They don't touch the game ever again. They touch other games, because unfortunately nobody's playing Black Ops 7. The hype for zombies ain't there. I think it's the worst, actually. It's worse than multiplayer and Warzone and all those other modes. And it's also just modern zombies. Nobody really fucks with that as much, and the content runs dry, man. It runs really dry. I can't really see a solution on the zombie side, because yes, you have curse mode giving you a lot more stuff to do, which is a great thing. But again, I think story could help with that, right? If they have a really strong story, I think the story is decent so far, but like I meant really strong, BO3, BO4 level, a lot of ciphers and stuff to solve on the map, hours of story to go through. That would help with content creation, especially for YouTubers like Mr. Waffle Waffles. Maybe they might do a story video and spend hours looking on the map, and might upload it. And I just think that the current model of just Season 1 reloaded for all the, for more content is terrible, because by then a lot of people are just like tired of content, because there isn't much after you've played it in the first like 3 days. And I think a better system would be like kind of what Fortnite does. They release a new season, you get a new map, or POIs, new locations, weapons, and all that stuff, and then every week they add a new weapon, a new POI, new skins in the item shop that relate to the storyline usually, and they just hype it up. Every week you're getting something new, and Call of Duty doesn't do that. They barely do that. They just put it all in Season 1 Reloaded, or Season Reloaded. I think that's a terrible model. I think they should slowly feed us content from Season 1 Reloaded. So every week, new multiplayer map, or new POI for Warzone, maybe some cool challenge to do on zombies or something. Zombies is kind of like where it's like, okay, what do you do? Because obviously they can't release a brand new map, but even something as cool of just releasing a brand new survival map every like week or two. I know that takes a development time, but it would be cool, man. And maybe they make brand new survival maps that are not even related to the actual standard maps. Maybe we get Town as a survival map in Dark Ether, or we are supposedly gonna get Nuketown Zombies, so we get that, or Bus Depot, the OG one. Just give us maps like that every week or two. Add some cool little Easter eggs in there. Give the community something to do every single week. I think Relics does help with that, but I don't know. Maybe that would help with it for zombies, but maybe just the content's dry. But I think that's the biggest problem, is the content is just getting drip fed to us. We're either getting reused content. They're doing that for Season 1 Reloaded. They're bringing back like Black Ops 6 lethals and tacticals. That's just garbage, reused purpose content. They should not be doing that, and marketing as the biggest season of all time. Yeah, that's bullshit. But I think they should slowly feed us content every week or so that it feels new every time, because right now the first 3 days you grind, and then it doesn't even feel like a seasonal update anymore. It just feels like the same crap, and you have to wait till Season 2 to really get all the new stuff, and that's a big problem. And then my second biggest complaint with just seasonal updates and Black Cell and all that bullshit is, why are we calling it seasons? I think we should go back to the DLC model, not in terms of paying for it, but just call it DLC 1. Give it a cool name like Eclipse or something, like how Black Ops 3 and 2 and all the OG games did it. Give it a cool name, cool theme, cool background. Call it DLCs, because that's what made it Call of Duty. Yeah, some other games probably had DLC, but like, I saw some people like T-Dog saying Call of Duty should just not be copying other games. I think that's wrong. Every game copies another game in a certain way, but the difference is that Call of Duty is just like literally copying and pasting. Like they're not even making it in their own way, which is why it's bad. Just like in the store is a direct copy of Fortnite and stuff. The Battle Pass 2, just call it DLCs. Give back the black market system from Black Ops 3, supply drops, all that. That made it like Call of Duty. And then even in Black Ops 3, you had like, in Black Ops 4, you had that like cool dude, the Chinese dude in the Black Cell area. There was some cool story there. It felt like Call of Duty rather than just Fortnite ugly UI store that we have right now. I think Black Ops 4 handled microtransactions the best, besides from making multiplayer pay to win. If you ignore that, you could actually earn supply drops by just playing the game and doing challenges every day, which was amazing. And you could unlock cool cosmetics and stuff. You could also individually buy stuff, so you didn't have to just, roll the box, the what do you call it, supply box. If you wanted like some cool Hudson skin, you would pay like 20 reserves to get it, which you could earn in the game, by the way, which is amazing. And then also the actual seasonal DLC, battle pass thingies were free. Everybody could earn them. As far as I remember, they were free. Nobody talks about this, but they were free. You didn't have to pay for it. They were free. You could earn everything in the battle pass. It had the best cosmetic system, and I think Call of Duty really needs to rework their cosmetic system and just seasonal updates. I think that they should slowly feed us the content so it doesn't just get dry like it always does after the first 3 days, and it doesn't even feel like an update. And then I just think they should rebrand. Stop calling them seasons. Call them DLCs. That's what made it Call of Duty, or just call them something new. Maybe don't take my ideas. Make something completely new that doesn't relate to any other games, as much. Different wording or something. Make the actual themes unique. Don't just put like new Black Cell operator on the top. And why are they all Black Cell? Like, give us like something new. Like, it's so ass. I hate the Black Cell. It's terrible. It's just black versions of a skin with like some gold on it. They've been doing this for the past 4 years. It's so bad. Give us something new. Remove that Black Cell system. Call it like guild system or something. I don't know. Make them white and gold in this game. At least try to change it. Call them DLCs. Give a cool name like Eclipse and stuff. And I think that would really fix up the kind of post-launch content system that they're doing right now. I don't think they should go back to paid DLC. A part of me says they should because maybe they'd put in more effort, but I still don't think they would because they'd still be making bank. So yeah, that's my opinion on the DLC update. Tell me what you guys think, and peace.